We got hit by the Black Ninja. This man, his name was Jack. It was full on, Mary. We were all covered in glass. We had 2 helicopters, 2 hospitals waiting for the Dillon family to come in. We were all okay. It was just all glass wounds. The first lady that turned up was a nurse. She was a neighbour. She turned into a ghost on the road. Kept saying to her, we're on a dangerous road here. You have to get off the road because there's big trucks that come fast. And so we were helping this man. Every single bone on one side was completely crushed. He made eye contact with Gigi hitting the bus. He hit us at 150. They use it as a motorcycle racetrack. It was so near death for us. The 2 girls, Gidget and Gigi, who were saved by a pillar this big in between them on the bus.
Okay.
Even though we were crawling out of the bus because we had to get off the road, we were okay, but the people that turned up went into shock. This man, we rang up on that night to see at hospital if he was okay. His name's not Jack, and he's part of security, and they wouldn't give us police reports. We can't claim insurance on the accident. It was the most bizarre thing, Mary. So these people that come in, they're just always on the outskirt, like you said, like handlers. They're not in our main of our life. This word handler resonates. Seeing how we will handle the situation.
Okay, come on, fly off, buddy. I gotta go.
Going back 5 years, Jack did a school project on Tutankhamun. He says, I'm not going to do it from their tongue. I'm going to do it from mine. I'm thinking, why is he talking like this? And he said, I'm going to do it from Papu's tongue. He only had a few meetings with my father, but I felt like he was tapping into his energy. So he wrote the project. They failed him because it wasn't from textbooks, it was from personal experience. In the project, Jack says Tutankhamun left the family but returned against the powers that be, and to come back into the family. He wrote this.
Pretty good.
I didn't know that.
We had another incident literally on May Day. Richard's out on the boat with 2 girls. I'm in a Zoom. Richard rings me, so he goes, I'm in a Mayday situation, and then I hear the girls screaming. We couldn't get through to the Coast Guard to give coordinates. So this is a newish boat. The back of the boat is falling off. It's been melted. Spoke to a couple of people. They all said, oh, this has been lasered. So Richard gets back in, and this motor is doing this on the back of the boat. So this is shark-infested waters. 1 hour crazy. But we all worked together. We all held ground. We all didn't lose our head and worked through this. We get back, and it's peaceful. We get back from the car accident. It's all peaceful. You hear birds. We make a cup of tea, and we're all sitting there going, this is crazy. They had to take the boat to Bundaberg to get fixed. When months go by, I said, what way do you have to go on the way to Bundaberg? Maybe there's something we're meant to do. Anyway, I look at where he goes. I said, you know, Mary told me about the Gympie Pyramid. Maybe you meant to do something there. We never go to the sacred sites. We always go a bit out because we never want to upset the Indigenous. As soon as I've said this, up flashes a Dalmatian puppy with...
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
It's on the road of Gympie Pyramid. As soon as this puppy ad comes up, this is all in 10 minutes of me saying it.
Richard, here we are. Done.
The boatman rings him. The boat's ready. You can come pick it up.
So she's ready to pick up. See you, mate.
The dovetailing and the coincidences make it valid to me, make it valid to Richard, make it valid to the whole family. So then everyone pulls in on it, and it brings this greater purpose to it all. Well, the other thing that happened with the accident, so Jack's had a near-death accident, and then Jet's had this jackknife accident on this hill of Tara. I said to the group in New Zealand that I was doing this mapping work with them on this hill of Tara, the New Zealand map pinpointed at the Gosford glyph. I said, I don't know what the connection is, but it's pinpointing right there. The whole energy is looking at the Gosford glyph. So I said, this is very peculiar. Stay alert, watch for synchronicities, dovetailing, and we'll see what happens. Mary, the next day, there's reports that the Gosford glyphs is being vandalised. And they said, so did we do this butterfly effect? I said, this has brought great attention to the Gosford glyphs. Now, not only there, then it snowballs to all the other locations around the world. It's a setup. This is a setup to bring awareness to others. The other thing that happened with the New Zealander and these maps, I did something with them, again, understanding of what happens, the connection, and I said, okay, now stay alert for what we've just done today. Within hours, they have the New Zealander whistleblower on the, which I knew was a game changer. The session was called The Warriors Within. This is what he spoke of in his interview. He said, if good people don't speak up, this is when things go wrong. He said that he went to jail that night and he had the best night's sleep. He's allowed his true self to come up. And this is what you said in the beginning, is that if you're not going to be your true self, well, the ceiling's going to fall in on you anyway. I'm like you, Mary. I trust in us being this star seed energy that we are. He's a good soul.
Hey, princess. Hi.
And he will find himself. It has to be a good story now.
The bottom line is that when it's your time, it's your time. So are you going to live your life around the possibility that you could cross the road and get knocked over? Are you going to live your life around being afraid to cross the road? You can't do that. You've got to trust that your soul knows how long you're meant to be here. And when your time's up, your time's up. So why worry? Because your soul's guiding the whole journey, and all of you and all that you are, if you can't bring in and trust that you've come with all of that you are to do what you've come here to do, then what's the point of incarnating? There's no point to that. You might as well stay in the other realms. We can't be ruled by fear. And there is, we know, a very dark agenda on this planet. I'm aware of it as you are. I also know how the mechanisms work. And I know that as soon as you start doing that, there's going to be things to try and take you out. But we've also got a wonderful force for good that knows about that as well. And that if you are here with that energy of trust, and it is ultimately trust in your soul self, that you're going to do what you've come here to do, then whatever happens, happens. To give you a very ex-nurse, you wouldn't think I'm an ex-nurse, given the fact that I'm so against big pharma and the medical profession these days. I don't go and have any tests for anything, and I haven't for years. People say, oh, well, you should check out, because my body knows what it needs to do. It's going to keep me alive for as long as I need to keep alive. And when my time's up, my time's up. I don't need to live in fear of what if that shows this, or this shows that, or that. This is so anti-nurse. I've completely reversed everything that I was ever programmed into, because I now see the way it all works. And I refuse to be part of that paradigm. Completely refuse. And everyone can think, oh, you're this, that. I don't care.
Yeah.
I honestly don't care. You're being targeted. I'm being targeted. Everybody who's going to bring in new understanding is going to be targeted. But you also have lots of help, for want of a better word, Your synchronicities are telling you that all the time. You've been protected. They've been trying to take you out. It's pretty bloody obvious, isn't it? This bloody motorcycle thing. That's so bloody obvious.
And they do it on these weird days too, like really obvious synchronous days. They make it entertaining.
Once you see how they work, and we know how they work, they have to also give warning of what they're up to. All of that is part of the way that they work. Once you know the mechanism, then it's as obvious as the nose on your face. It really is. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to work it out. The main thing is, are you going to let that stop you? Or are you going to say, you know what? You can do what you like, mate, because I'm still going to do what I've come here to do. And I trust that I'm here to do that. Otherwise, what was the point of incarnating? And I always say before we came, we know we get through it. Otherwise, we wouldn't bother to incarnate. You know, that's a waste of time. I'm going to do all of that and they're going to take me out. No, I'm sorry. I'm not interested. You know? It's like all these dark kids that come in and people say, well, maybe it won't hurt. I said, no, they've come in because they know it's going to happen. They know they're going to be part of this. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother. Why would you bother to incarnate if you know it's going to be pointless?
Well, there's no force behind that. It's just limp.
You know, the thing is, can you come in and be your authentic self? Is that what you want? Because you want to live in a box for the rest of your life where you're afraid of going outside the door? Or are you going to say, you know what, whatever my journey is, it's my journey and I will get through it because I know that I'm here for a reason and for a purpose. I mean, I've had a lot of stuff going on in the last year where I know I've been limited to what I can do because of something. And I've been exploring again, where is it, Mary, you are actually allowing that, not to trust the bigger purpose here and to trust what needs to unfold. And it's reminded me, whatever happens, there's always a really good reason.
Jack was in Western Australia, one of the mines. We were talking about houses. We went and had a look at the house because it's got stables. It's $1 gazillion. They're all $1 gazillion. But we still like to go and look and show the girls. And they go, oh, we could put the horse in there and then it could have babies in here. You know, they're how their little girls love as well. Anyway, we found out that this house, next door neighbour, is owned by the richest man in Australia. The little girls are talking about the new house with the new stables and they're going to shift over there. And it's really cute. They're telling Jack because they're so excited to see him. Jack goes, no, the richest person in Australia is Gina. And he goes, you know, I've met her.
Right.
And he said she came to the mine and only came and talked to him.
See, that they know. Well, this is the whole point. It's telling you in loud, clear black letter that this is what you are dealing with, this echelon of energy, all these different wealthy, whatever one you want to call them, elite, whatever. And this is highlighting it to you. It's telling you, yeah, there's some rat bags around there that think you're powerful, you can make a difference. So that's telling you you're on track. You're absolutely on track. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened because they don't like it. They don't like what you're doing. They know that you've got powerful beings in your family that are coming to make a difference.
I guess the reason I'm sharing all this is because I know that other people will be going through this. It's not about us. It's about the energy. It's about becoming us, picking those spots up in us, in others, picking up the energy and carrying it to the next spot.